Alright, episode 6. After we discussed two cases, military system and surrogate mother. And today I would like to introduce you a political philosopher, Immanuel Kant. He is a German philosopher and he is a central figure in modern philosophy. He synthesized earlier modern rationalism and empiricalism and set the tone for much of 19th and 20th centuries philosophy and continue to exercise a significant influence today in metaphysics, epistemology, ethics, political philosophy, aesthetics, and other fields. Right? Wow! We move on to Immanuel Kant. Very hard, difficult to understand, but I think it's worthy for you to understand his idea, and it's better for and good for us to when we reflect on the idea of right, and because he opposed utilitarian, so let's see how Immanuel Kant opposed utilitarian and to claim to defend the idea of right. And Kant argues utilitarianism leaves rights vulnerable, and he thought morality can't be based on merely interests, wants, desires, and preferences people have at any given time. I think you might Kant think many people like doesn't mean it's the right thing, right? We cannot say because so many people like these things, so this thing is the right thing. Just we know many people like to watch violent movie, but that doesn't make my violent movie more just, right? So how can you say if many people like something and then make these things become the right thing to do? No. So why Kant thinks utilitarianism leaves rights vulnerable? And so according to Kant's idea, his objection to surrogate mother, just mentioned, that respecting persons as ends in themselves, we should respect people as an end in themselves, not merely means. So we regard surrogate mother. Kant might oppose surrogates because he thinks surrogate mother regard a woman as a means. Of course, at his age, there was no surrogacy, no such kind of technology, but we can guess because he emphasized we should regard human beings as ends, right? And his objection to utilitarian. First, they think pleasure is good. Something gives many people pleasure doesn't make it right. Utilitarian think pleasure is good, but he emphasized something gives many people pleasure doesn't make it right. And second, Kant thinks that utilitarian want to seek the greatest happiness for the greatest number, but Kant thought the majority favor a certain law, dynamic law, just. So not only pleasure makes something just, and also how can you say the majority they make something just? So no matter it's only the pleasure or about the number, that means many can make something more just. Kant doesn't think so. So far, if we do you still, in your mind, do you still remember the triangle? Right, welfare, and that's one in fortune. Right, welfare, fortune. So right, usually we say libertarian, and welfare, utilitarian, and fortune, like Aristotle, Marcus, and there. So do you think Kant belongs to, in this triangle, which point is his position? Right. You are right. Right. So not welfare, but right. Okay. So Kant belong to the right. Emphasize the right. So for libertarianism, we have mentioned libertarian emphasize the right. But for libertarianism, the right is something we own. To the extreme point is that we own ourselves. So based on it, then we can deal with our own body, so we deal with everything. But for Kant, not really. Kant emphasizes the right depend on we are rational beings capable of reason. We are autonomous beings capable of acting and choosing freely. You see? So two things keep in mind. For Kant, he is not like libertarian, only based on we own ourselves, the core idea. But he depends on the characteristic of human being. First is we are rational beings. We are rational beings. Second, we are autonomous beings. You see? So for Kant, there are two important features of human beings. And if we say it's our right, we should remember, we should follow the two features. And for him, what is freedom? And freedom, according to common explanation, someone might think first is without interference from others, the absence of obstacles to doing what we want. But do you think this kind of, to think about lack of interference, maybe some people think, yeah, it's freedom, but let me ask you, when you addict to Facebook, yeah, I know most of you or many of you might use Facebook long time in the day. So how do you think? Do you think, are you really free? So when you addict to something, some people might think, yes, I'm free to play computer, I'm free to play Facebook, I'm free to drink alcohol, I'm free to smoke, I'm free. But Kant will say, no, you are not free. You addict to it. So it's not your reason to be the master, but your desire to be the master. And Kant will say you are only a slave. You are only a slave, not really an autonomous being. So are you free? Are you really free? When Kant said, when we, like animals, seek after pleasure or the satisfaction of our desires and avoidance of pain, when we do that, we aren't really acting freely. You see, just like animals seek pleasure or the satisfaction of our desires, not human being. As human being, the characteristic of human being is your minds. We are rational beings, we are autonomous beings. Only you express, only you share these two characteristics, and then Kant will say you are free. So only you are reason, and only you are autonomous, and then you can say you are free. Else, we are only a slave of desire. So acting freely for Kant, it's very, you might think it's very paradoxical. You see, remember that, let's remind you, Kant will say you obey the law and you are free. Not, some people might think the law is kind of interference, so you are not free. So how do you think? Follow the law. That means you are free or not free. Kant will say you are free. But how could it be possible? You have the law regulate your behavior. How can you say you are free? So for Kant, to act freely is to act autonomous. And autonomously, that to mean to act. To act according to a law I give myself. Wow. The reason is I follow the law, but the law, why I can say I follow the law still I'm free? Because the law I give myself. So you can, but so when in a society you might think, no, the law I do not give myself. It's wrong. It's others give us. But according to the definition, according to the idea of democracy, all these laws, not only meant by the government, but all these laws by the meaning or by the ideal thinking is from whom? From the people. So people, but you say no, not the people, but the legislator, the representative. But they still, because we know it's impossible for everyone to legislate, right? Everyone to make the law. So only we can depend on the representative, and they help us to make the laws. And then they represent us, and they are people. So people make a law, and we obey the law. Then we obey ourselves because they represent us. So that means we make the law and we obey the law, and we are free because we only follow our law. But it's in the, public domain. But in yourself, in the moral domain, or in the domain of, in the field of moral, Kant will say, sure, and this kind of law you give yourself, and not only follow your desire, or not only to follow other things, but the law you obey yourself, and then we can say you are free, you are autonomous. So according to Kant's definition of the freedom to act according to a law I give myself, not according to the dictate of nature or social convention. So for Kant, what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do is to act autonomously and to act according to the law I give myself, so to act freely. You see, to act according to a law and to act freely and to act autonomously, they are equal. They are equal. They are the same thing from Kant's idea. Right? So let's talk. We have already introduced about Kant's definition of freedom, and in the next section, we will talk about a case, and then we'll discuss a case and whether when we try to apply to Kant's idea to the case, I will ask you and I will ask you to think about it. Alright? Thank you.